we go. And settle in. So finding an easy seated position. If you feel kind of rounded in your low back, you might want to bring a block or a blanket underneath your seat here. And this will just elevate the hips and bring the hips higher than the knees. And then shrugging your shoulders up by your ears, draw your shoulder blades onto your back. And then as the sitting bones drop down into the floor, find this length up through the crown of the head. So finding this nice length through the spine. It's really just about finding a clear container for the breath. And then if you're feeling kind of energized this morning, you can bring your palms to face down. This will add a little grounding to the pose. If you're sort of tired, try bringing your palms to face up to invite some energy in. And then relax your jaw, allow the face to soften. Take a couple of breaths here, just settling in. As you inhale, finding that expansion across the lungs and the rib cage. And sending the breath all the way down to the belly. And as you exhale, slowly, just allowing for the belly to deplete. Take another breath here. Exhaling. And then taking the palms together, bring your thumbs right to heart center, taking a moment here. And just allowing for an intention to rise. And we'll seal that intention with the sound of 3 Oms. So inhaling. Let's take a breath in here. Exhale your breath. Blink open the eyes, releasing your hands here, and just dropping that ear toward the right shoulder. And from here, you can stay here, kind of wrap the hand around, gentle tug. And then if you like, lengthening out through those left fingertips. Take another breath in here. Exhaling, and then releasing from here, dropping that ear toward the left shoulder this time. So you can stay here, take the hand, wrap it around, gentle tug without straining, maybe inching out through the right fingertips. Take another breath in. Exhale the breath, coming back to the center. Drop your chin toward the chest. This time we'll interlace the fingers. And then just allow the weight of the elbows to release. Bring the chin toward the chest. Take another breath in. And then from here, as you inhale, release the hands. We'll take the arms out. Bring your palms to face up and just sweep the arms all the way up. And then meeting the palms here, exhale, pressing the space away. So as you inhale, the arms will sweep, open the chest. Join the palms together overhead, and as you exhale, reaching out, press the space away. The next time you inhale, take the arms all the way up, and we'll interlace the fingers here, just inverting your palms, lift them up toward the ceiling. Find this lift up as you sink your sitting bones down. Taking a breath as you exhale, make your way over to the right. Keep that opposite sitting bone grounded, find length up through the crown of the head, reaching back to center. Exhale from over to the left. Inhale, lengthening as you reach. Keep both sides of the waist long here. Keep the palms pressing actively, reaching back to the right. Once again, inhaling through center, coming up and over to the left. Moving on your breath. The next time we reach out to the right here, we'll hold. Finding that reach and extension out through the fingertips. Take another breath in here. We'll release the one hand down, take the other arm and bring it alongside your ear and come a little more deeply into this side bend. And then reaching out through those fingertips, one more breath in, sweep the hand down here, draw your forehead toward your knees. So see if you can allow the weight of the head to relax. So waiting for that left shoulder to start to drop, squaring the shoulders off a bit here. Take a breath, And then taking the hand to the outside of the knee, setting up for your twist. Take the other hand back behind you, grow a little bit taller from here. As you exhale, ribs wrapping around, head and neck follow. So inhale, creating length. Reaching the crown of the head toward the ceiling. Exhale, deepening this twist. One more breath here. Staying in the twist. Take that other arm, bring it alongside the ear. And see if you can breathe into that whole right side. Take another inhalation. We'll find this other knee and just fold over. So from here, see if you can relax the back of the neck, allow the weight of the head to release. As you inhale, we'll sweep the hands up by the shoulders. Lift the elbows here, a little bit of a back bend as you exhale, round, pull forward. So peeling up, find length through the belly. Exhale, round and fold. One more like that. Inhale as you lengthen. Exhale, rounding forward. The next time you breathe in, we'll sweep the arms here like you're taking off your shirt. Backstroke the arms all the way back behind you. And then the fingertips, a little bend to the elbows, lifting the heart here. Lift your chest. Take one more breath in. And then we'll rock back to the sitting bones here and just switch the crossing the legs. So bringing that other shin on top. And then from here, reaching the arms out, we'll sweep the arms back up overhead. So exhale, reaching out through the fingertips, press the space away. Inhale, arms sweep, join the palms, sweeping straight through the elbows. Exhale, pressing the space away. The next time you inhale, take the arms up overhead, and this time we'll take that opposite interlace of the fingers, so that non-habitual thumbs on top. Invert the palms here, lift them up toward the ceiling. Take a breath in, keep that extension as you come over to the left, and then as you inhale, rise. Reaching out through the palms, coming up and over to the right. Keep that opposite sitting bone grounding down. Inhale, lengthening through both sides of the waist. And back over to the left. Once again, reach. Moving on the breath, coming back up and over to the right. The next time you come over to the left, we'll hold this one. Reaching out a little bit further, taking that hand down. Put that other arm alongside the ear and then bend into that opposite elbow. Turn your chest up here. Turn the gaze up. And then see if you can lengthen out through the fingertips. One more deep inhale, breathing into those side ribs. We'll take the hand down, draw your forehead towards your knee. And this time, start to allow for that right shoulder to drop toward the floor. Allow the weight of the head to release, relaxing the neck. Take another breath in here. We'll sweep the hand to the outside of the knee, taking your other hand back behind you, grow a little bit taller from here. And then as you exhale, start to make your way into the twist. So make sure this isn't all about the neck. So inhale, grow tall. Exhale, ribs wrapping around. The head and neck are just kind of along for the ride. One more breath in. So you're twisting from the belly button here through the rib cage. Stay in the twist and take that other arm, bring it alongside the ear. And then start to breathe into this whole left side, breaking up the low ribs. One more breath. We'll sweep this hand down from here. Find your other knee and then fold over, relax the neck. This time as you inhale, you can grab a hold of the shoulders or sweep the one arm up underneath, coming into Gardharasana, arms lifting up, and then as you exhale, ground. So inhale, peeling up, finding length through your belly. Exhale, round, folding forward. One more like that. Inhale to open through the chest. Exhale, rounding, folding forward. The next time you breathe in, we'll unwind the arms here. And then backstroking the arms all the way back behind you. We'll come to fingertips. Lift your elbows just a bit here. Lift your heart, lift the chest. And then stay here, peeling the hips up off your blocker blanket. One more breath in. And exhale from here, releasing. And we'll come on to hands and knees. So coming into your table position, bringing the hips and knees in line. Stack your shoulders so they're right over top of your wrist. And then see if you can spread through the fingers and make that contact on into the floor through finger pads and knuckle pads. We'll start to shift back and forth here. So just warming up the wrist a bit. Keep the fingers spread. And weight coming into all parts of the hand. And then rocking back and forth a couple more times. And then the next time you come forward, take it into a little circle. So little circles clockwise here. Warming up the wrists. After you've gone through a few circles in the one direction, just reversing this circle. Keeping the fingers spread and actively pressing into the floor. And then from here, go ahead and come back to the middle, and we'll just start to cat-cow the spine. So as you inhale, dropping the belly, extending the heart, and then exhale, curling the tail under, so running all the way up in the cat. drop, and from here the heart will lift. And as you exhale, make like you're pressing the floor away as you round up. And then just going through a few more rounds, patting cow, warming up the spine here. And starting to connect your breath and movement. The next time that you curl your tail under, see if you can close the eyes and then lead with the tail. So oftentimes we lead with our head because that's where the eyes are, but see if you can let the tail lift, then the belly drop. Making this progressive, then the heart lifts. From there, the head and neck will follow. And then as you curl your tail under and start to round up through the spine, bone by bone, last thing that comes up is the shoulders, neck, and head. And then just go through a couple more like that, progressive cat-cow. Feeling your way through this. That feeling of sort of bone by bone, vertebrae by vertebrae, coming all the way up. And then the next time you round your spine, let's take it into a little bit of a lateral movement. So moving over that right shoulder, take the hips to the right, and then rounding up your cat. From here, looking over that left shoulder, and take the hips over the left. And then just go through that a couple more times. Looking over that right shoulder, take the hips to the right, and curling the tail under, and taking the hips to the left. And then the next time you round up through the spine, from here, pressing into the hands, we'll separate the knees a little bit wider apart, bring the big toes together. Sinking the hips toward the heels, inch the fingertips out long in front here. And then as you press into the hands, hover the elbows away, start to open up through the shoulders. And we'll take a breath in here, take it out to the right, sling over your right thigh as you press into the hands, reach the hips to the left. And just breathe into that full of sigh. And then keep this nice and long. We'll walk up through center and make your way over to the left this time. As you press into the hands, reach the hips over to the right. And just breathe into that right side. And then nice and easy, making your way back to the center. Keep the arms out long in front of you here. We'll shift forward onto hands and knees, and this time coming into more of an extended cat and cow. So as you inhale, the belly lengthens. And then as you exhale, let the tailbone lead you back, rounding through the spine. Inhale, shoulders come slightly forward to the wrists. Exhale and rock back. And then the next time you shift forward, we'll take this into a circle to the right. So bringing the weight into that right wrist. Hips back toward the heels like you're gonna take a child's pose, but then you kind of change your mind, bringing that weight into the left wrist. Go through a couple circles here in one direction, taking your time. And then we'll reverse the circle. So go ahead and shift over to the left, moving counterclockwise this time. Trying to open up the hips, the shoulders. Keep actively pressing into the hands here. And then the next time you circle back around, go ahead and line up the hips and knees, stack your shoulders and wrists. We'll take this right leg straight back. And from here, lifting the leg, bring it in line with the hip, but try not to elevate that right hip. And then draw your nose further in. So re-extend and flex through the foot, reach through the heel, and then nose to your knee. Pull your belly up and in as you round. Two more like that. And then the next time you reach it back behind you, we'll externally rotate. So find that turn out in the hip joint, bringing your knee toward that right elbow this time, and reach it back. And tapping toward the right elbow, and reach it back. Two more like that. I'm going to lean all the way into the left side. The next time you tap the elbow, step your foot to the outside of that right hand, slide the hands forward a bit and sink into the hips. Take a moment just to settle in, and then we'll lengthen over that front leg from here, drawing the hips back. You can use blocks to the hands if you like. And then as you rebend, just drawing that heart forward. And go back and forth a couple of times. Trying to open up through the hips, the hamstrings here. And then the next time you rebend this knee, we'll take that same circle clockwise. Shifting the weight over to the right. And all the way back and around, lengthening through that front leg, and then rebending. And then the next time you rebend the knee, find a little lift through the belly, stepping back onto all fours. Readjust the hands just a bit. And we'll take that left leg straight back behind you, reaching through the heel. Go ahead and float the leg up, but try not to elevate through that left hip. And then from here, nose to your knee. As you re-extend, reach back through the heel actively. So activate the hamstring. Nose to your knee, pull the belly up and in. Re-extend and around. One more like that. And then the next time that you extend back through the leg, go ahead and find that turn out in the hip joint. We're going to aim it toward the left elbow this time. Tap and reach it back. And tap. Reach it back. Moving with your breath. The next time that you tap the left elbow, step that foot all the way to the outside of the left hand. Readjust your hands just a bit and scoot it. Just to sink into the hips, lower the pelvis a bit. And then when you're ready, lengthening over that front leg. And rebend. So you can bring some blocks to the hands as needed. And then just moving with your breath with it a couple more times. And then as you rebend this knee, let's take it into a circle counterclockwise this time. So circling around to the left. Lengthening through that leg and then circling back around. So opening up through the hips here. And the next time that you circle back around, bend into this front knee, find a little lift through the belly and step that foot back. Bring back to all fours. From here, keeping the hands out in front of you, tuck the toes under. Lift the hips up and back, and we'll start to pedal the feet. So just bending one knee here as you reach and straighten that opposite heel towards your mat. Nice and easy. Kind of waking up, back to the legs, moving. The next time you reach through that left heel, bending into that right knee will hold. And then reaching through the right heel and hold. And then the next time that you reach that left heel toward the mat, roll over the top of the right foot. And then rolling over the top of the left foot here. And just kind of going back and forth a couple of times, waking up the feet. And then as you roll over the top of the right foot, let's take a little circle of the ankle here. And circling the other way. Breaking up the fascia of the feet, roll over the top of the left foot this time. Same thing. Getting things moving, it's still early. We'll press into the hands actively. And then move the chest back toward the thighs. Lift your heels high from here. Keeping the hips lifted rather. Lengthen your heels back down towards your mat. And then heels lift. And slowly lower. The next time you lift your heels, find a little bit of a cat-like spine here and roll through into a high plank. Bring your shoulders to the directly over top your wrist. Press into the hands. Take a breath in. And on an exhale, just drawing those thighs back. Lift up to downward dog. So heels lift, roll all the way forward, and then set the shoulder blades onto your back as you lengthen the crown of the head toward the front wall. Reach the heels and extend them toward the back wall. And then thighs draw you back. Downward dog. One more like that. Let's roll forward and come into that high plank position. Set your shoulder blades on your back here. Find that lift of the belly, and this time coming onto tippy toes. Take your knees down to the mat, and we'll hug the elbows in. And lower all the way down onto the belly. Slide your hands underneath the shoulders here. Activate the legs and just peel the chest away. Take a baby cobra. Go through that 2 more times. Release the forehead and peel the chest away. And one more like that. Peel the chest away. Rolling through the spine. This time tucking the toes. Pressing into the hands. Take your thighs up and back to down dog. Pedaling in place. And then slowly and mindfully, let that pedaling just become walking. All the way up to the head of your mat here. We'll take a deep bend of the knees. And then allow the weight of the head to just release here. And take a hold of opposite elbows. And start to sway side to side, starting to open up the side body here. We'll come to rest in the middle. And then from here, softening the knees. Shake your head yes and no. And we'll roll it up to stand, stacking one vertebrae on top of another. Coming all the way up, roll your shoulders back to the top, and we'll find Tadasana here. So you can lift all 10 toes away. I'll slide my back a bit. And then bringing the toes down one at a time, starting with those pinkies, and coming all the way down to the big toes. And then find that lift of the inner heel, let that lift carry up. Lifting the kneecaps here, engaging the quads, dropping the tailbone down, roll the shoulders back. We'll inhale and take the arms up overhead. As you exhale, fold. Lengthen the belly here. Hands might come to shins or thighs to find that long spine. And then folding forward again, soften the knees, hinging from your hips, rise. And as you exhale, releasing your arms. Tadasana. Inhale, arms sweep. Exhale, hinging from your hips, fold forward over the legs. Lengthen the belly, hands to shins or thighs. And then folding forward, ground your feet here, sweep the arms, rise all the way up to stand. And as you exhale, releasing his arms down to your sides. Tadasana. Inhale, arms sweep. This time, exhale, folding forward, hinging from your hips. Find a long spine, and we'll step the right leg back into a lunge. And then coming so that you're light on the fingertips here, finding that lift through the belly. And as you exhale, stepping that left foot back to meet the right. And we'll come into downward facing dog. Lift your heels high, glide forward into a plank position. Stacking your shoulders over the wrists, come to tippy toes, take the knees down. Hug your elbows in, lower all the way onto the belly. Once you're here, activate the legs. Let that support a little lift to the chest, cobra. Tucking the toes, pressing into the hands. Take your thighs up and back to down. Inhale the right leg. Let's bend the knee and fan the hip open. Take a little circle of the ankle one way, and then the other. And then lengthening through that leg. From here, bring your nose to your knee. Breathe down. Curl your tail under, nose to your knee. One more like that. This one's going to come all the way forward between the hands. Wiggle the back toes back to the fingertips. Step your left foot to meet your right, fold over. And then ground your feet, take the arms all the way up as you breathe in. Breathing out. Tadasana. Inhale, arms sweep. Exhale, hinge from your hips, fold forward. Lengthening the belly, heart draws forward. Softly step the left leg back this time. And then really activate that back thigh. And as you exhale, stepping that right foot back to meet your left down dog. Lift the heels high, glide forward into a plank. Come forward to tippy toes, taking the knees down to your mat. Hug your elbows in, lower onto your belly. Activate the legs, peel the chest away, cobra. Tuck the toes, pressing into the hands. Take your thighs up and back to down dog. Left leg rises, downward dog split. Bend the knee, fan the hip. Circling the ankle. And circle the other way. And then square the hips off. From here, nose to your knee. Re-extend. Nose to your knee. One more like that. This one's going to come all the way forward between the hands. Light on the fingertips here. Step your right foot to meet your left. Fold over. Ground the feet. Take your arms all the way up. As you breathe in. Breathing out. Tadasana. Inhale, arms sweep. Exhale, fold. Lengthening the belly here, heart draws forward. See if you can lightly step that right foot back. And then lift the fingertips away from the floor. Find a little more activation through the legs. From here, grounding the palms, step the left foot to meet the right. Down dog. Lift your heels, glide forward to the plank. Lowering the knees or come forward to tippy toes, lower down to your mat. Activate the legs here. Peel the chest away, larger cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, press into the hands. Thighs draw up and back to down dog. Inhaling that right leg. From here, nose to your knee. Re-extend. Take your nose to your knee. Ooh, belly up and in, round your back. One more. This one's coming all the way forward between the hands. Coming out, fingertips rise. High lunge. Set your gaze here, find your breath. Start to settle into the hips. But as you sink, find this reach and extension up through the arms. Take a breath here as you exhale, we'll open up to the right. And then as you inhale, coming back to the center, reach the arms. Exhale, open to the right, maybe take a little bend in that knee. Inhale, reach. Open to the right, we'll hold this one. And then from here, take an inhale. Exhale the left hand down to the floor of the block here. Sweep the right arm alongside your ear. And then releasing your hands on either side of that front foot, lift through your chest. As you exhale, lengthen over that leg. As you rebound, the heart will draw forward. Exhale, lengthen. Two more, just like that. Moving on your breath. Remember, we can grab blocks as needed. On this last one, you're going to lengthen over the front leg and hold. So maybe hopping the back foot in a bit, round the heel. Soften your face. Take another breath in here. Exhale down. As you inhale, rebend this knee. Fingertips or hands over the heart. Pour your weight into the right foot. Left foot comes to meet it, folding over, ground the feet here, take the arms all the way up as breathe in. Breathing out, Tadasana. Inhale, sweeping the arms, hinging from your hips, fold. Find a long spine here, heart draws forward. This time taking the left foot back. And then see if you can lift the fingertips away from the floor. Activate the back thigh. From here, regrounding the palms, right foot to meet the left, downward dog. Lift the heels, glide into a plank. Lower your knees or lower your plank all the way to the floor. Activate the legs here, press into the hands, press the floor away, upward dog. Exhaling back to down dog. This time the left leg rises, bend the knee around. Re-extend, nose to your knee. One more like that. This one's gonna come all the way forward between the hands here, coming onto the fingertips, and then rise into a high lunge. Soften your face here. Relax the jaw a bit. Find this reach and extension up through the arms. Settling into the hips, we'll take a breath. Exhale to open out to the left. Inhale, float the arms up overhead. Exhale, open out to the left. Once again, reach. Open out to the left. We'll hold this one. Take a breath in as you exhale. Take that hand all the way down to the floor, sweeping that left arm alongside here. And then releasing the hands on either side of the front foot, grabbing blocks or fingertips here. Lift your chest. Exhale to lengthen. As you rebound, heart draws forward. Exhale, draw the hips back. 2 more, just like that. Moving with the breath. On this last one, hopping the back foot in just a bit, ground the heel. Lengthen through that front leg. If you need to, blocks to the hands. Soften your face. Take another breath in. Exhale it fully. Rebound the front knee, heart draws forward, fingertips or hands over your heart. Pouring weight into that left foot, right foot comes to meet it, folding over. Ground the feet or take the arms all the way up, breathing in. Breathing out, Tadasana. Inhale, sweep the arms. Hinge from your hips or fold forward. We'll find a long spine and then step to a plank position. Set your shoulder blades on the back. Come forward to tippy toes. This time lowering halfway, or you can lower the knees, chaturanga. Rise to cobra, up dog. Making your way back, down dog. Deep breaths. Take another breath here. Exhale fully. One more deep inhale. And then we'll take a breath in here at the bottom of the exhale, bend knees, look forward the hands. Stepping or maybe hopping, head of your mat. Lengthen the belly here. Fold forward, soften the knees a bit, hinge from your hips, rise. And releasing your arms down. Tadasana. Inhale, arms sweep. Exhale, fold. Long spine, plant the hands. You can step or maybe jump back. Chaturanga. Press the floor away, upward. Exhale back to down dog. Deep breaths in and out. See if you can anchor down for those index fingers and thumbs as you do. Find that lift with the sitting bones. Eyes are drawing back. One more breath. From here, lift the heels, bend the knees. Look forward to the hands. Stepping or hopping. Lengthen the belly here. And then folding forward, we'll bend the knees, sink the hips. Take the arms up alongside yours. Utkatasana. Take a breath. Exhale, fold all the way down over straight legs. Long spine, and then planting the hands. You can step or you can jump back to chaturanga. Rising into your back bend. Exhale, down dog. Raising the right leg. Carefully stepping it forward between the hands. Take your back heel to the mat. Float the arms up here. Come to Virabhadrasana 1. As you exhale, we'll open to 2. Start to sink into that front knee. And then on a breath in, take your back hand all the way down to the floor. Frame the front foot. Chaturanga or lower your knees. Press the floor away, up dog. Exhaling back to downward dog. When you're ready, the left leg this time. Stepping it forward between the hands. Round the back heel, float the arms up, Virabhadrasana 1. Open to 2. Settle in. Start to sink into that front knee. Inhale the back hand all the way down to the floor. Exhale, chaturanga. And then press the floor away, upward facing. Coming back to downward facing dog, deep breaths. Take another breath here. Bottom of the exhale, bend your knees. Look forward to your hands, stepping or hopping out of your mat. Lengthen the belly. Holding forward, we'll bend the knees, seek the hips. Take the arms back up alongside your ears. Take a breath. Exhale, fold all the way down over straight legs. Long spine here, planting the hands. Stepping or jumping back, chaturanga. Press the floor away. Upward facing, come to down dog. Raising that right leg. Stepping it all the way forward between the hands. Take your back heel to the mat, float the arms up overhead. Come to Virabhadrasana 1. As you exhale, we'll open up to 2. Start to bend into this front knee. From here, flip your front palm, take a reverse warrior. And then inhaling that back hand all the way to the floor. Exhale, chaturanga. Press the floor away. Upward facing dog, exhale to down dog. This time left leg. Bringing it forward between the hands, take the back heel to the mat, float the arms up, Virabhadrasana 1. Open up to 2, settle in. From here, let's take a reverse warrior. Flip your front palm, send the back hand down. And then inhale your back hand all the way to the floor. Exhale, come to tippy toes, chaturanga. Press the floor away, activate the legs. Upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog, or take a little pause in child's pose. Take another breath here. Exhale the breath. And then from here, take a breath in at the bottom of the exhale, bending the knees and forward the hands, stepping or hopping. Lengthen the belly. Folding forward, we'll bend the knees, seek the hips and reach the arms. Coming back into Utkatasana, refining this a bit. Looking down, make sure toes are peering out. We're just reaching toward the heels. Chest is aiming forward, take a breath. Exhale, fold all the way back down over straight legs. Long spine, plant the hands. Step or jump. Chaturanga. Press the floor away here, up dog. Coming back to downward dog, we'll raise the right leg. Bend the knee and round the spine here. Re-extend. Nose to your knee. One more like that. This one's going to come all the way forward between the hands here. Keeping that back heel spun up, sweep the arms back, find airplane arms. Roll your chest and shoulders back here. Find that lift through the belly. Really energize the back leg. From here, reaching back, clasp the fingers. We'll start to slide the hips down the back leg, lift your chest. Reach a little bit of a back bend here, the heart will lift. And then release the hands, take the arms alongside your ears. Open up to the right. Taking that back hand down, reach the left arm alongside the ear, breathe into that whole left side. And then take your back heel to the mat and we'll open it up to warrior 2. So readjusting your stance just a bit. Start to spread through those front toes, really sink into your front knee. Nice, eventually bringing that front knee over the ankle, and then bringing that thigh more or less parallel to the floor. Find that extension out through the arms. Settle in. Let's reverse the warrior here. And then bending the elbow, bring it to the front thigh. We'll take this left arm alongside the ear from the side angle. Turn the chest up here, turn the gaze up, breathe. Nice, staying here, taking that arm and extending it toward that opposite wall. One more breath. Think of grounding down to rise up, back to warrior 2. Take your back hand all the way to the floor. Sweep the right leg, bend the knee, fan the hip. Maybe taking a little circle of the ankle one way, and then the other. Lengthen the leg here, we'll float the foot down to meet the other foot. Take the left leg back this time. So bend the knee around your side. Re-extend. Nose to your knee. One more. This one's going to come all the way forward between the hands, keeping that back heel spun up. Sweep the arms back here, airplane arms. Really draw that back thigh toward the ceiling. Externally rotate the shoulders here. Palms will face down, open across the chest. Opposite interlace the fingers. Slide the fists down the back thigh. Roll your chest and shoulders open here. Breathe. Take a breath. Release the hands. Take the arms up. We'll open out to the left. Stay here. Left hand comes down the back thigh. Reach this right arm alongside here. Breathe into those right ribs. And then the back heel come down to the mat and just open up to warrior two. Start to sink. Bending deeply into that right knee. Eventually aligning the knee over the ankle. And then sink down to the outer edge of that back foot. We'll go back to reverse. And then bending the elbow here. Bring it to the front thigh. Take this right arm alongside you. Turning the chest up here. Turn the gaze up. Find that energy from your heel through your fingertips. And then from here, staying with this, or take that left arm and extend it toward the opposite wall. One more breath. Think of grounding down to rise up, warrior two. Take the back hand all the way down. We'll free up that left leg. Downward dog split, bend the knee here, fan the hip, take a little circle of the ankle. Circling the other way. And then lengthening through that leg. Float the foot down to meet the other foot. Stay here, or go through a vinyasa. Meeting up in downward dog. Take another breath. Bottom of the exhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, supporting the hands, stepping or hopping. Long spine here, and then folding forward, bend the knees, seat the hips. Keep the arms alongside the ears, back to chair. Nice, and here shifting all the way onto that right foot, lift the left hooves. And then sit back in the chair, nice and steady. Pour the weight into the left foot, spread the toes, right foot, lift, leaves the mat. Sit back to chair. Once again, lift. And sit back to chair. And lifting the right toes away. This time, come back to chair and we'll fold all the way forward. Find that length through the belly here. Planting the hands, stepping or jumping back, chaturanga. Rising into your back bend. Making your way back to downward dog, this time taking that right leg back. We'll step it all the way forward between the hands. Take your back heel to the mat and sweep that left arm all the way up and around. Coming into warrior two. And then start to sink here, settling into the hips. Nice, flip the front palm, reverse the warrior. And then coming back into warrior two, shift your gaze down toward your front big toe. Taking that block maybe 6 to 8 inches in front of your front big toe. Go ahead and pour the weight into that right foot, lift the left toes away. Left hand to the hip, or you can extend that arm up toward the ceiling. Ardha Chandrasana, find that same reach and extension through the heel like we did in the warm-up. And from here, softly bend into that standing leg. Nice soft landing. Back to warrior two, take your time. Nice, guys, come back to that reverse warrior. And this time lengthen all the way through that leg. So take a reverse triangle, heading the right hip under. We'll lengthen the right sideways here. Taking the hand to the shin, lift the top arm high. Trikonasana, and if this feels like too much on the head and neck, maybe taking the gaze forward or down toward the front big toe. Stay here or taking that arm alongside the ear. Staying right here or micro bend to that right knee. Take that right arm alongside the ear. Press down to rise up. Come back to warrior two. Take the back hand all the way to the floor. Free up that right leg, downward dog split. Bend the knee, fan the hip. And then from here, shifting forward, aim that knee toward that right elbow, step the foot to the outside of the right hand. And we'll settle in for lizard two. You're welcome to stay on palms here. You can grab a hold of a block. You can lower down to the forearms. Maybe taking that block underneath the forearms here. And then start to breathe. Relaxing the jaw, allow the face to soften. Take another breath. Exhale it out. And nice and easy, walking the hands in toward that front foot, to the inside of that right foot. And just lengthen all the way through that leg. And we'll rebend. And then lengthen. We'll do that 2 more times. You're welcome to take a block to the hands here. Moving on the breath, and next time you rebend that knee, we'll take that same circle counterclockwise like we did in the warm-up. Circling over to the right. Maybe you're able to go a little more deeply into these circles. And the next time you rebend this knee, find a little lift through the belly, tuck the back toes under, pour all the way into that right foot. We'll take the left foot to the outside of the left hand and sink the hips from here. So if the heels don't touch the floor, you're welcome to bring your stance a little wider, or you can take your blanket and roll it, slide it underneath the heels. And then let the tailbone get heavy. As the tailbone gets heavy, think of reaching the crown of the head up toward the ceiling. We'll take another breath here. Exhale, take the hands to the floor. Toe heel the feet in a bit. Opposite elbows, or taking a yogi toe lock if it's available. A little bend in the knees, lengthen the belly. As you exhale, fold forward, allow those elbows to bend to the sides. Let the weight of the head hang. Coming into gravity here, see if you can release the chest toward the thighs. And then stay with the chest on the thighs, stay with that bend in the knees, or start to lift the hips up toward the ceiling. Softening into this, one more breath. We'll release the toes, toe heel the feet in, bend the knees, sink the hips, and back to chair. And from here, rising all the way up. Tadasana. Bending back into both knees, come back into chair. Pouring the weight into the left foot, this time take the right knee up. Find that lift through the belly, sink back to chair. Pouring weight into the right foot, left toes leave your mat. Come back to chair, arms alongside the ears, moving mindfully one more set. Notice if one side feels a little more unsteady than the other. And then the next time you sit back to chair, exhale, fold all the way forward over the legs. Find a long spine here, planting hands. You're welcome to step or jump back if you're getting tired. Lower the knees, or even skip a vinyasa. Coming into your back bend, exhale, down dog. Left leg this time, taking it forward between the hands. Round the back heel. Float the right arm all the way up and around, warrior 2. Settle in. Start to sink into that front knee. Find this reach and extension out from fingertip to fingertip. From here, we'll take a reverse. And then maybe back into warrior 2. Shift the gaze down for that front big toe. Maybe grabbing a block here, cupping the hand on the way down. Taking the right hand to the hip. Work towards stacking the hips here. Open up the chest toward the side wall. Really energize that back leg, and then the right arm can rise. Ardha Chandrasana. Take a breath here. We'll start to bend into that standing leg. See if you can softly land back to warrior 2. Come back to reverse here, and then lengthen all the way through that front leg. Keep reaching back. Take a reverse triangle, cutting that left hip under. Take the hand to the shin, turn the chest up here. Right arm reaches high. Coming into Trikonasana, you can stay here, or for a variation, taking that top arm alongside the ear. Stay here, or lift the left arm alongside the ear, and then pressing down to rise up. Come back to warrior 2. Take the back hand all the way down to the floor. We have that left leg downward dog split, bend the knee here, we'll fan the hip. And then shifting forward, aim the knee toward that left elbow. Step your foot to the outside of the left hand. And settling in here, you're welcome to stay on palms and lower down onto forearms here. If you like, maybe taking a block underneath the forearms if you're sort of in between. Coming into lizard pose. Relax the jaw then. Allow the face to soften. Take another breath in. And walk it in. So you're welcome to keep a block rather underneath your hands or without. And then lengthen over that leg, drawing the sack. So rebend, heart jaws forward. And lengthening through that leg. And then the next time that you rebend this front knee, this time circling counterclockwise all the way over the left and back around. And the next time you rebound that knee, find that lift through the belly, tuck your toes under. Pour all the weight into that left foot. Let's take the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Sink the hips here, coming into a yogi squat. And then as the tailbone sinks, find that length up through the crown of the head. Press the palms together, use them to open the knees out to the sides. Take a breath in. We'll fold over here to reveal the feet in. Opposite elbows, yogi toe, or this time lift the feet, sliding the hands underneath. Going all the way up to the wrists here. And then see if you can press down through the mountains of the big toes, start to open up the wrists. The head is heavy, chest is flexing toward the thighs. Giving into gravity, letting go. Stay here, starting to lengthen through the backs of the legs, lifting the hips up toward the ceiling. One more breath. And release. We'll soften the knees. Make your way up to stand. You can bring your hands onto the thighs for support if you like, rolling up bone by bone. Take a moment to stand tall, coming into Tadasana. And then from here, sitting back into Utkatasana, we'll start to pour the weight into that right foot. Lift the left toes up, cross the leg over, the foot can hang. The toes can touch down to the floor or block, or start to tuck that foot back behind the calf. And then the left leg's on top. So we'll take that left arm up underneath. This is too much for the shoulders, just joining the palms here. Bending into that standing leg a little more deeply to draw that left hip back, Urdhvasana, and then start to round over. Elbows toward the knees, we'll unwind here. Reach that leg straight back behind you as the chest leans forward. Variation on Warrior 3. And then bending into that knee. A little bit of a back bend here. We'll unwind the arms. Take the palms together, sweep the arms to the right, bend the elbows here, coming into your twist. And then you can hook this elbow to the outside of the knee, press the right palm into the left, turn the chest. From here, unwind. And we'll take the back heel down, just opening to Warrior 2. Lengthen all the way through that leg. Your feet so they're parallel here. Hands can come to the hips, lengthen the belly, hinging from your hips, fold forward. Just coming into a wide-legged forward fold here. So you're welcome to bring the hands to block with the floor. Check out your feet. Make sure they're more or less parallel. Toes pointing straight ahead or slightly turned in. And then reaching the crown of the head toward the mat. Take another breath. Exhaling. Walk the hands underneath the shoulders here, lengthen the belly, and just start to walk the hands around, spinning the back heel up off the mat. Your front toes to point forward. Start to sink into this front knee. You're welcome to take a hold of some blocks here. Give your pelvis a chance to settle. And then when you're ready, bringing the hands to the front thigh. So lift the chest. We're going to press down through that right foot to rise. Bring the hips in line with the knee and then raising. And press down. Using this foot like a brake. The next time you press down, rise up. Readjust the pelvis a bit. Bringing those hip points to face forward. As you resink, keep that pressure, that downward pressure of the foot into the floor. And then from here, take the arms up. So activating all the muscles around the hip. A little bit of a back bend here if you like. We'll circle the arms back around. Tuck the toes under, take a low lunge. Shorten your stance here, hop the back foot and ground the heel. Lengthen through the belly. You're welcome to readjust your blocks as needed. And then just folding over that front leg. So coming into Parsvottanasana. See if you can ground the heel, bringing equal weight into both feet here. Trying to bring that pelvis so it's level. Take another breath. Exhale. And rebound this front knee back to a lunge. Step your left foot to meet your right. Bring your feet so they're about sitting bone width apart. And then rolling up to stand, hands can come to the thighs for support. Soften the knees to protect the low back. Nice. Roll your shoulders back and grow top. Take a moment. Just stand in Tadasana here. And then bending into both knees, we'll come back into Utkatasana. Start by spreading through those left toes. Pour all the way into the left leg, right leg comes all the way up and around. The foot can hang here, the toes can touch, or tuck the foot back behind the calf. And then you have that right leg on top, so bring that right arm up underneath. Elbows in line with the shoulders to start. Sink into that standing leg a bit more to draw that right hip back, Garudasana, and then elbows to the knees, round over. Holding forward from here, flex the foot. Chest comes forward as that leg comes straight back, eventually bringing that torso in line with the back thigh. Softly step back. A little bit of a back bend here, and then we'll sweep the arms, unwind. Joining the palms here in your chest forward, sweeping the arms to the left, coming into that twist. Put the elbow to the outside of the knee, press this left palm into the right, turn your chest up, turn the gaze, you can extend the arms, and then back heel comes to the mat, open up warrior two. Lengthen all the way through the left leg. Bring the left foot to meet the right, turn to face the sidewall, hands to hips, or extend the arms. Hinging from your hips, nice and easy, fold all the way forward. Hands can come to the block or the floor. If the crown of the head is almost on the mat, maybe taking a block underneath of the crown of the head. Breathe. Let's take another breath here. Exhale fully. And then lengthen the belly, nice and easy. Start to walk the hands around toward this front foot. Spin off the back heel, rebound the front knee. Taking a hold of blocks here if you like. Give yourself a moment to just sink. Settling into the hips. So taking that moment for the breathe to tell the body it's okay. And then when you're ready, taking the hands onto this front thigh, lift your chest. And we'll press down to rise up. Using that front foot like a brake. Rebound the front knee and sink. Press down to rise up. So activating all the muscles around the hip here. The next time you press down, taking the hands to those bony hip points on the front. Make sure they're facing forward, re-sink, but keep pressing into that left foot. That'll activate all the muscles around the hip, the thigh, so that you don't sink into the joint. Take another breath here. We'll open it out and tuck your back toes under. Find low lunge here. Knock your back foot in a bit, ground the heel. Lengthen through the belly, and then folding over. So if you need to, readjust the blocks. Bring them higher, bring them lower. You can go without, and then folding all the way over that front leg. Parsvottanasana. Nice, easy breath. Make sure the back feels grounded. Make sure you have equal weight on both feet. See if you can allow the hips to be level here. Take another breath in. We'll rebound the front knee. Wiggle the toes back toes back a bit. And just step that right foot to meet the left. And then from here, softening the knees, roll it up. Inhale, take the arms all the way overhead. Exhale as you fold. Let's take a long spine here. And then stepping into your plank, you're welcome to lower the knees. For a little more challenge, rock forward onto the tippy toes, elbows hugging in, lower all the way to your mat. Looking over that right shoulder. Let the heels fall apart here. Bring the big toes together. Arms release at your sides. You can gently press the ear into the mat. Find that stretch of the head and neck. And breathe. Bring that chin back to the top of the mat. On your next inhale, peel the chest away. Roll your chest and shoulders open. Keep the back of the neck long, but on your next breath in, lift the thighs away. Reach the toes toward the back wall. Lift a little higher here. Roll your shoulders open, lift a little higher still. One more breath. Exhale, slowly float back down. Gazing over the opposite shoulder, shimmy the hips side to side. Let the heels fall apart here, big toes come to touch. And then bringing your chin back to the top of the mat. This time, all in one piece. Lift the chest away, lift the thighs. Toes reach toward the back of the wall, like you're floating through the air. Roll your shoulders back a little more. Keep the back of the neck long. One more breath, lift higher. Exhale, lowering to the rest. Letting go. Shimmy the hips side to side. Gently press the ear into the mat. Last time through. Rise. Walk on the stay right here. Or if you like, bending the knees, maybe taking some padding underneath the hip points as needed. And then from here, kicking the feet into the hands. Dhanurasana. And one more breath. We'll slowly release. Letting go. Shimmy the hips. And then from here, sliding those hands underneath the shoulders, pressing up, pull back. Your knees a little wider than usual. Taking a wide knee child's pose, allow the weight of the forehead to rest on the mat here. Take another breath in. We'll make our way back onto all fours. And when you're ready, bring that right leg back behind you. Grab the knee and round the spine. We'll come forward and then drawing that knee toward the right elbow. Go ahead and draw the foot toward that opposite armpit. Just lower down. Setting up for pigeon. You're welcome to take some padding underneath of that right hip. In fact, bring out a bit of a diagonal and also pad the front of the left thigh. And then when you're ready, letting the belly. And from here, folding forward, forehead can rest on the block or mat. And settle in. Relax the jaw here, allow the face to soften. Deep breath in now. Take another breath in. Nice and easy. Start to walk your way back up. Take any padding away from this right hip. We're going to roll onto the hip. Keep rolling until those left toes point up toward the ceiling. Readjust the right foot to the inner groins here. Sitting up tall. Always take some padding underneath the hips. Flex this foot. Draw the toes back. Take a twist out to your right. And then taking that right arm alongside the ear, side bend over to your left. Keep the chest turning up here. Reaching out for those fingertips. And then staying with that left arm there, taking the left arm down the calf toward the heel. One more breath in. As you inhale, slowly rise. Take the hand to the outside of the hip. Just feel the hips away. Breathing into that whole left side. One more breath. We'll take the hand down here. Tuck the toes under, nose to your knee, and then free up that right leg. You're welcome to circle the ankle or maybe circling in the hip joint. And lengthen that leg. Loading the foot down to meet the other foot. Left leg this time. Forward. Aiming that knee toward the left elbow and then lowering down. Engaging the abdominals. Taking some padding underneath this hip if you like. Maybe padding the front of the right thigh as well. And then lengthening the belly when you're ready, just folding forward. How can you soften into this a bit? Another couple of breaths in and out here, nice and easy. And then take another breath in. We'll slowly walk the hands back in toward the front foot. You're going to be patting away from this left hip this time. Roll onto the left hip. Keep rolling into those right toes, pointing up toward the ceiling. Take a twist out to your left. This time left arm alongside your side bend over to your right. And then you can slide that hand down the thigh toward the calf. Breathing into this whole left side, breaking up those lower ribs. One more breath in. Sweeping the arm, take it to the outside of the hip and just peel the hips away from the floor. Taking this stretch from your right toes all the way to the fingertips. And then taking the hand down here. Tuck your toes under, nose to your knee, lift through the belly. Free up that left leg and circle the ankle, or maybe take some big circles here in that hip joint. And then lengthening the leg. We'll flow the foot down to meet the other foot. Stepping or hopping here, come to a seat. And then keep a block handy. We're going to come onto the back. Walk your feet in toward your sitting bones here. Tucking the chin toward the chest. Release your arms at your sides. And just feel the hips up. Stay here, rocking side to side. If you like, interlacing the fingers. Coming into bridge pose, take a breath in. As you exhale, lowering bone by bone. Releasing that low back down into the floor. And then staying with bridge, or if you like, making your way into a full wheel. Chin to your chest first if you're in full wheel to lower down. Take a breather. We'll set up for a supported bridge here. So grabbing a hold of your block, you can bring it on the lower, the medium height here. Lift your hips and slide it underneath your sacrum, that flat bone here at the base of the spine. Readjust your ponytail so there's no tension on the neck. Staying with supported bridge for a couple of breaths. And then when you're ready, go ahead and lengthen one leg and then the other. We'll come into a supported shoulder stand. If you don't have a block, you can try a blanket here, a couple of books. Or you could also try legs at the wall for the same effect. So coming to a wall if you have one, and swinging the legs around onto that wall. And then just settling in. We're here for a few breaths. So you can relax your jaw, bring your palms to face up, allow the face to soften, and just allowing for that return of blood flow to the heart. Take another couple of breaths here. And then take another deep inhale. And take that entire out breath to that knees. One final challenge. Slowly take your feet to the floor. At the same time, as the toes touch down, lift your hips. Sliding your block out here, walk your feet out to the edges of the mat and drop your knees in toward the center. And then taking a moment just to neutralize, dropping the knees to the right and the left. Shoulder blade, bring out the legs. See if you can come back to your breath. As you inhale, lifting the knees back to the center. Exhale, up and over the right. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale, up and over to the left. And the next time that you drop your knees over to the left, just go ahead and look over that right shoulder. Directing your breath into that whole right side. Back to the center. Drop the knees over to the right this time, looking over that left shoulder, breathing into that whole left side. Come back to the center. Wrap the arms around the knees. Little circles here, just releasing that low back from the floor. Reversing the circles. And then you can allow the knees to drop open here. Grab a hold of the ankles, ground the sacrum. And then staying with this, or taking the hands to the arches of the feet. And we'll lengthen one leg and then the other, just kind of rocking side to side. Coming into happy baby. Take your time. Go through a couple cycles on your own. And once you've gone through a couple of cycles, go ahead and join the soles of the feet together. Lowering the feet to the floor, let the knees drop open. And we'll come into a little breath work before we end. So bringing the index fingers and thumbs together. Taking a diamond shape with the hands, taking that diamond shape to your lower belly. And just breathing in and out. As you inhale, finding that expansion across the lungs. Let the belly inflate as you exhale slowly. Allow the belly to deflate. And just breathing in and out here. Steady breath. Index fingers and thumbs separate as you breathe in. Slowly coming back together as you breathe out. After you've gone through a few breaths, sliding the hands to the outsides of the knees, draw the knees together and lengthen the legs one at a time long onto your mat. If you like, you can bring your blanket underneath the knees for support. And then lying back into Shavasana. Coming into our final resting pose. Starting to deepen the breath. And bringing some life back to the body here, wiggling fingers or toes. When you're ready, reaching the arms up overhead, just taking that final stretch. And the fingers all the way down to the toes. Bending the knees in one at a time. And we'll make our way onto our right side. Pausing here, just soaking in all the effects of your practice. And as you're ready, keeping those eyes closed and just making your way up to a seat, taking your time and allowing the head to be the last to come up. We'll return. An easy seated position, coming back to the breath. Turning the hands together over the heart. And from here, closing class with the sound of one Om. Thumbs to third eye center, holding forward. Namaste. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you.
Have a great day. It's so nice to see all your smiling faces. Keep in mind, we're reopening on Monday. You should get another email today detailing that information. But if you have questions, feel free to reach out to us through email or call. You can check your email. You should have gotten one, I think, on Monday. Or no, that was last week, wasn't it? Anyway, you'll get another one. And then check Facebook, check Instagram. But just on ways to come back into the studio safely. Thanks so much, guys. Have a good day. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Meredith.
Thanks.